Welcome back into the Sports Source, this final segment of our show, brought to you by the folks at Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. And if you find yourself in need of legal aid, they are the group to call. If you call anytime, between 9 and 5 over there, you're going to speak to a human. And if you have a legitimate law question, they have a tremendous team of paralegals and assistants and everything else, but you will get your question answered by a full-fledged attorney. The law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. All right, back with Bob, Jimmy, Mike, and Chuck. And this final verdict segment, I do want to remind people that if you follow me on Twitter today, our website appears to be up and running for the moment. Follow me on Twitter. I'll tell you when our overtime segment, where we'll talk a little bit more in depth about the Pearson situation. Overtime segment will be posted either today or tonight on our website. Follow me on Twitter. I'll tell you when all of that and today's show is posted. Also want to remind you that tonight is the last, at least for a couple of months, Six Sports Sunday, powered by the Sports Source. Michael Spencer, Josh Ward, Sterling Hinton will be there. That's tonight, 11:35, right here on Channel 6. Okay, guys, final verdict. As I looked at the field yesterday, there is one guy that I thought he could clearly have played in the 90s, which is a tremendous, the late 90s, this guy would have fit in. That's a tremendous compliment. When you look at what you've seen in the past, when you look at what you saw yesterday, I think Cam Sutton's the best player on the Tennessee football team. The play he made yesterday, and Butch Jones said we hadn't run that in practice, so it's not like he'd seen it. The read he made and then keeping your eye on the ball and taking it back for the touchdown, I just think people should enjoy Cam Sutton this year because I have a feeling he won't be around for his senior year. He's going to make a lot of money someday. Cam Sutton, in my view, is the best player on this team. Thoughts? Anybody else? Who do you think?
I think that's a dang good one. I like Derek Barnett. I think he's the best pure football player on the football team. But, the difference between him and Cam Sutton, it's pretty close. Different positions, different, obviously, needs. But I like Derek Barnett better than I do Cam Sutton.
Cam Sutton will be the highest drafted player on the Tennessee roster, I think. So I'd say he's the best. Most valuable is Josh Dobbs.
Yes.
The best is Sutton.
Best is Cam Sutton. Okay, Mike Strange, who do you think's best?
I'm going to preview my buddy John Adams is writing a column this week about the NFL draft, about who, if you could draft any player on this team, and he said Derek Barnett would be the first because of the position he plays and the productions he gets. So I'm going to agree with Bob on Derek Barnett.
Those pass rushers get a lot of cash. All right, Chuck.
I had it written down. I agreed with you, what you said, as far as Cam Sutton. But the most valuable player, I think, to the team right now is Josh Dobbs. And I wouldn't forget Jalen Hurd, because I think he's the leader in that locker room right now.
Well, and Jimmy, of course, cavaliersed the question by bringing it up. So, of course, you would agree with Jimmy for cavaliersing it.
I'm changing my name to Cavaliers, by the way.
Jimmy Cavaliers.
There you go. I want to say thanks to all these guys. Thanks to Bobby and Sterling for jumping in here and talking spring game with us. We'll be back next week, talk a little football, a little basketball, a little whatever we got to come up all summer long. It's fun right here on the Sports Source. Thank you for visiting our sponsors every week. I get such great feedback from our sponsors, and that means a lot to me because that means you're actually going out and supporting them. So thank you for that. And thanks to our crew here at WATE. They always do a great job, especially this week. Matt Hensley, who always handles the graphics here on the show, just did a great job. So thanks to him, thanks to them, thanks to you. See you next Sunday.
The views expressed in this forum do not necessarily reflect those of WATE 6 or of 6 Sports. This has been a paid program.